do laugh that the only bad word you said was ass. You have to beat the ass out. I can't say ass, but I can say butthole. Oh, look who we got here. The missingest of the mods.
Hey.
Hello. Hi. How is everyone?
Now my Christian lady collection is complete.
You still got to get that brunette.
What
The
brunette?
new one, the doctor. The doctor,
Oh.
the one you were playing earlier.
Oh, she's not a Christian. The doctor wasn't, but the other one was.
Oh.
The one who was gonna get stuff like
Wait,
happening.
so you had a non-Christian talking about Christians being narcissists?
Yeah, it's unbiased. I don't know what she is, to be fair. It's unbiased though. Like she could be a Christian, she could be a Jew.
Oh, okay.
It's not just Christian or atheist, mod. Come on now.
You're right.
Yeah, she could be a true Christian and be a Mormon.
Yeah, you never did tell me what kind of Christian you were.
A Mormon. No.
Real? Oh
No.
gosh, I was gonna say
I
I
was-
nailed it.
I was a true Christian.
No,
I think
you weren't
weren't you
Baptist.
Church of Christ?
Yes, I was Church of Christ.
What is that?
It's better than a Baptist.
Oh, jeez.
Now, you
No.
can tell me if I'm saying anything wrong, BS, but Church of Christ is very strict. They don't I don't know if all of them do this, but you guys don't use musical instruments in your singing, right?
Nope, just a cappella 4-part harmonies.
And then which I probably made you a really good singer, huh? I like
I'm a bass, yeah. I'm a
Aw.
bass.
so
Nice.
and then they also believe the water baptism is salvific. Like you have to get water baptized. Like you're saved when you're water baptized, right?
That is true. It is a necessary component of the plan of salvation. And they also believe that one loaf, one cup passed around. You can't do multiple loaves, multiple cups.
Now, I like that. Now, I don't like it because I don't want other people's germs.
Yeah.
But you know what kills me? I really hate now the churches are doing this you dip in the cup. You know what I mean? Like you take the piece of bread and you dip it in the cup, and that's no, that's so lame.
It's like going to Olive Garden or something, right? I got my soup and
Sounds
my breadsticks here.
Sounds like a hot dog eating contest. Because that's what they do to hot dogs. They dip them in water. Ugh,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, it's a pretty strict sect of Christianity. So now you understand why I'm so fundamentally atheist. But they do teach you to read the Bible for sure. That's one of the very big things that they emphasize over there.
Well, lucky you. I didn't go to church when I was, at all. Well, I mean, I've been a little bit, but not much.
What church did you
I'm
go
just
to?
kinda- It was a Baptist church.
Oh, they're wrong. They're going to hell.
No. Oh no. I mean, if there was something else, I'm not stuck on that or anything, but I don't know. Because I mean, I think they're wrong. Well, I don't know if they're wrong, but I don't know. Who knows, really? We'll know in the end, I guess. Right.
Brad, how do we know if we're wrong, Brad? Missing Mod needs some counseling if you're available.
I think if you're trusting in Jesus, you'll be all right.
Right. Thank you.
Dude,
Perfect.
you guys are like the same.
I'm doing great, then.
We're the same.
The love Jesus stuff. I love Jesus. Your last video was controversial.
Which one?
The Father, Son, Holy Bible. Or no, was that what? Yeah, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was? I mean, was that more controversial than I usually am?
No, the title was very. I thought it was very good because it's like in your face people who just read the Bible. It's not God. You got to listen to the Holy Spirit within you.
Right.
Exactly.
Sounds true. Jamie Russell.
Oh, Jamie,
Holes
come
are
in
much
here.
appreciated. Missing bread. Mod of life.
Jamie Strange.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, Jamie is really smart, like with his stuff. I really appreciate when he goes into any stream, really.
yeah, I guess
He knocks him dead. Or knocks him, something Christian.
knocks the sense into him.
I am filled with Christ's love. I am filled with Christ's love. God.
Yes.
There we go.
I guess you probably wouldn't be hitting people if you're a Christian, right? I mean,
Unless you're Church of Christ, then you hit him over the head with the Bible.
oh, for real?
No,
There. Oh.
that's a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Oh, my bad. I was
Yeah.
thinking, yes, I finally found somewhere.
So, have you guys ever talked before?
Mm-mm.
Like Brett
I've
and
seen her a
Mom?
bunch. I've seen her around. She probably doesn't know me, but
Yes, I do.
definitely
I've
do.
watched your channel a lot.
oh boy.
Working, no?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yes. Maybe have I not commented in your channel? I've watched it.
No, it's okay though. I curse and stuff. I know a lot of the Christians don't really, it's fine. I get it. I really don't mean to. I'm working on it, but most of the time it's, someone else's fault. So
Oh,
Right.
I mean, that's not going to scare me off. I mean, like, so no, I think, I don't know why I didn't comment.
it's all right. I've just
Well,
been I've been around like when the whole Kent Hovind thing like happened, when you first started doing videos with Sal is kind of when I was introduced to you. A little bit before that. I think I seen you around like Nitty or something. I don't even remember, but I do remember seeing you though, because you were on camera, so but yeah. So and I used to do videos like on, about Kent Hovind and so now I just do whatever because I'm just going through some stuff in my life. So I'm just kind of like doing it for stress relief and it's just fun
Yeah,
and trying to do something, I guess. Sorry.
Now, I haven't looked at your channel in a while, but one thing I did notice is you had a bunch of videos and then did you delete them? Because I
Yeah.
looked at your channel one day and I was like, where is everything?
Yeah, I do that sometimes, just like purge.
Her and
Just to
Nitty have that in
forget.
common.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
people that stream a lot, I don't know. It's just something that, I don't know. I don't know why some of us, because like there's a couple people that do that. Like Brett Keane does that. I hope Nitty's all right. I did reach out to him a little bit, hoping that he's all right. I don't know if he even likes me anymore. I don't know. I
Did he
still
put
have her
out-
videos. Thanks, Big Bad Mama.
Did he put a community post out or something? Because I didn't get it. People like
I don't
today is
know.
Maya telling me that he quit was the first time me hearing about it, and I saw other community posts from him, like complaining about Trump or something like that, but I didn't think like he stopped. But I don't know.
Well, we got to remember the kids are watching. So if we're all stressed out and upset over Trump and stuff, I mean, he'll be gone in a couple of years. I know he's doing damage or whatever, but all the fighting and all the stress and stuff isn't helping the situation. So, you got to just let it go. That's how I deal with it anyways. Not you men, though. You men should be definitely thinking about it.
I
Hopefully,
beat my
I'm
chests
not.
every day. I'm like beating my chest, ripping my clothes.
Oh, stop it. You do not. You wouldn't even be allowed in this group. Something happened with
Oh.
the monetization of a video and Nitty was like, fuck it all. Oh,
Really?
Nitty's monetized. I'm just losing touch. What the hell?
Gangster Ghost got monetized
I don't know.
and he doesn't even have a channel.
Me and Brett are the only ones with integrity here. We're not getting monetized because we just love the message that we spread to everybody. No YouTube's buying us off. That's ridiculous. Missing Mod, would you get monetized if you ever hit your numbers?
Um,
Throw some chat money your way.
Probably. Just because, like, I don't know, because a lot of people wanted to give me money when I was painting all the time, and that's my problem is I can't afford it. My dad being gone now, I'm like, I don't have anybody to just ask for money, on a loan. So it would be useful for that, but I'd need to start painting again, and I'm just like not feeling it right now. No one has more integrity than B.S.
Yep.
Lewis. It's
Maya.
Disney.
It's no. Maya has the chat of the day here.
Why?
Because I said so.
Because you. Oh,
It's
okay.
my, it's my channel.
Nailed it. I'm done. I'm toast.
That's why I gave her the chat of the day.
Thank you.
Are you
You
asking why I?
answered
Are you asking why I have integrity?
No, I was just wondering, like, what's so, what's wrong with asking for money when you work hard on your stuff, you draw and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Like, yeah, it takes me a month or so to do a video, but after seeing Tacos hustle and grind for the last month, I have a newfound respect for the game, for what the professionals are doing out there. It's hard.
Yeah, but he's saying that he's having fun, and it is fun. He's gonna.
I don't know.
There's only so much gas in the beginning.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The guy's a beast. He's all day streaming. Like, I don't care how much fun you're having, you're gonna burn out. Like, family, and you have other stuff you have to do. Like,
Man,
that's
and
crazy.
just hearing the debate every single day has been killing my brain. I'm just like, oof.
I told him when he first started, I was like, all right, Tacos, this is what we need to do. We need to do a 24/7 debate channel. And now I'm feeling like you are. I'm like, oh, it's just the arguing nonstop all the time. The arguing.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
It's fun though.
Tacos is like handling it like a champ, though. He's loving it.
Oh, he's an old hand at this. He's he cut his teeth in Discord, and that's all I do is fight in Discord all the time.
Yeah, I seen somebody, Greg S was in the chat earlier in Taco's chat, and he said, I just love arguing with you guys. Thank you so much. And I'm like, that's cool. People are getting into it and having fun, and that's what I like about it. I love just trolling everybody, Tacos never puts me on screen anymore, but that's all right.
Well, that's,
I get it.
He needs more super chats. You can throw your stuff up there and make people mad.
Yeah. Yeah. I always like going in with a joke, though,
Mm.
I just want to keep it light. And then, take a dig at the same time so you guys can't get mad,
Tell Brad your famous Jesus joke you tell everybody.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, let's hear it.
What's sunned mean? What is Maya asking? Has Mrs. Mod been...
It's what I said, son. I think that's what she means. Like, just calling somebody son.
Oh, Mod quits more than Nitty. Anyway, well, what does a glass of water and an atheist have in common?
What?
Jesus can make them both wine.
Nice.
It's lame. Lame.
Yeah, right. You guys
I'm
all got
so-
mad and laughed.
So triggered right now.
Tell the
All right.
washing hands story. No.
No, don't do that. I only got 14 viewers. I don't want it to drop down to 2.
The devil will not like that. Oh, I mean, yes.
All right, you guys gang up on me about evolution. I know that's what you want to do this whole time anyway. Like, ooh,
You're going down.
Ooh.
Why-
Really?
why something didn't create itself? Huh?
It did, though. BS. Look
What?
around. Do you see the trees? Like,
Yeah,
do you even have
that's why
trees
I'm an
in the
atheist.
worldview?
That's why I'm an atheist.
Oh,
Because you
all
don't
right.
like trees?
No, because I see the trees. I know that there's no God.
But do you see them for real? Like, are you
Yeah.
sure that you're like not having a mental, like
You're
I don't
bad,
even know what they say
you're
over
bad
there.
at this, Mod. Let Fred take the lead. You're bad at this. All you do is like make the same two
I
jokes
smoke the
over and over.
trees.
Hey, I love the look at the trees argument.
I know. It's
I
your
think
favorite.
it's brilliant. You're
And
doing just
is.
fine.
Yeah.
And
Just like
pretty
the frog in the blender. I love that one. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, baby, frog in the
Woo!
blender. Woo! Yeah. Okay. So BS, if we blended up a frog,
uh-huh.
how long would it take for that frog to come back? Could we ever get a frog?
Yes.
Even
With-
like a baby frog.
With magic words. Alakazam.
With
frog back.
evolutionary processes.
Oh, you didn't
With
specify how.
With evolutionary processes.
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I think you just have frog
Does not.
paste.
Why not? All the stuff is there. Everything's needed. Everything the frog needs is right there.
Did the frog have babies?
Before it went in the blender.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right. Then
probably.
yeah.
We
that's how
know. We
evolution
know
works.
because the geologic column.
Evolution for the win.
You know, we looked at it and we just put a piece of paper over it and then just took like a pencil or a crayon and we just kind of like did that brush thing where it showed the words and it told us that this particular frog that was in this blender, that it had kids, a huge family. And then,
Yeah. And then
bang,
they
we're
evolved
here.
through a series of small mutations over generations.
Beneficial mutations.
Yeah, beneficial. So even though the one frog was lost to the blender, that was the Darwin Award for that frog for being so stupid to step into a blender. Darwin
BS.
proved
He
There-
didn't even know
Darwin's-
what the definition of a scientific theory was.
who?
Darwin.
The frog?
Or wait,
Oh.
the frog. The frog.
The frog
My
and
bad.
Darwin?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Just
I can see why you guys keep
Organize
losing these
anything.
debates, man. You guys are
Christianity 1, us 0.
Wait,
I
wait. What about my pizza argument?
getting- Let's
BS.
hear it.
There we go.
Oh, let's hear it.
I made this video years ago and then I just put it out on my Examining Origins channel. It was already on Bread of Life, but anyway, it was about how I'm just going to put all the pizza ingredients in a bowl. How long will it take before I get a pizza? Can I wait for it to evolve?
No. That's not how
Why
you make a
not?
pizza, because that's not how you make a pizza anyway. You don't just throw dough and sauce and cheese and stuff into a bowl and a pizza pops out.
Oh, right. But all the ingredients for the pizza are there.
I know, but that's not the process. The process is evolution. That's what we're talking about, the process.
Well, that's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to put all the ingredients in a bowl for life and then just boom, life pops out.
I would just have a bowl of pizza stuff. But I have to do the process, which is the evolution in your analogy that you're missing.
Okay. Abiogenesis. The original evolution of life or living organisms from inorganic or inanimate substances. Or number 2, old term for spontaneous generation. Inorganic, not consisting of or deriving from living matter is the first definition. Number 2, relating to or denoting compounds which are not organic. Broadly, compounds not containing carbon. Number 3, not explainable by the normal processes of etymology. Inanimate, not alive, especially not in the manner of animals and humans, showing no signs of life, lifeless. Spontaneous generation, the supposed production of living organisms from non-living matter, as inferred from the apparent appearance of life in some supposedly sterile environments. So it's apparent appearance.
Well, I think what
Boom.
you're missing is
Checkmate.
a pizza maker. I
Oh,
think
no.
Right.
Can I re-
you need it if you're going to make a pizza. It's really not that hard once you have all the ingredients, but you got to have a pizza maker. If you don't, you're
Oh,
never going to get a
golly.
pizza. Nor Will you ever get life from chemicals?
It's true. Could I get beer from non-beer?
Depends what you do to it.
Yeah.
You need
Depends
intelligence
on what
to
it
be
is,
able to
though.
get beer from non-beer.
All right,
What is non-beer,
I
though?
got big bad back up. Bow bow.
Ooh, finally, a Christian.
Hi, everybody.
I don't have to pretend to be sciencey anymore. Here, take it.
What was
Hi.
the frog in
All
the
right.
blender story?
Well, it's just kind of to awaken people's common sense when it comes to evolution. Because if we say if you put a frog in a
100%
blender
Maya.
and blend it up, how long will it take for a frog? Can you ever get a frog back by natural processes?
So are you saying all frogs are extinct at that point once the one is put into a blender?
I don't think you're supposed to think about it too hard.
Oh, okay.
Well, I explained it to Robin, like, all you guys say, or evolution, or wait, what is it? Abiogenesis. It says that all the things needed for life came together and then made life. I don't know which one that is, but
if you wiped out all of life, then certainly you'd have an amphibian phase of life evolving again. So I would say, yeah, the frog would probably be back at some point.
I think the point that we're trying to make with that is not about amphibians.
I think it's like, yeah, if all the necessary things to make a frog are in a blender, can they make a frog? If that happened in the beginning,
Yeah, that's not how evolution works. So no, you couldn't make a frog in that case.
Oh man.
But you're a lot
we better rinse
closer
that
to
out.
getting a frog from that stage than you are from like what
Not from a fish or a lobe-finned fish.
Okay, but it's got to start somewhere. So how did you get the lobe-finned fish?
From other fish.
Okay.
From pizza.
And where did the fish come from? Because they just appear suddenly in the fossil record.
Not really. I mean, they're very primitive fish that are out there.
Paleontologists have discovered that new animal forms almost always appear abruptly, not gradually, in the fossil record, without any obvious connection to the animals that came before. Explore Evolution, page 22. This was in September 25th, 2008. And look at these fossils. And check these fossils out. These guys were in the middle of eating when they were fossilized. They have fish hanging out of their mouth. That's pretty awesome. Something really crazy happened. Anyway.
They're very primitive fish that are out there.
Well, they call them primitive, but I've looked at the pictures of them. They're just fish. Or the pictures of the fossils.
And fish are, often fossilized because they had bones, but there weren't a lot of precursors because they were soft-bodied organisms, so those didn't fossilize too easily. Sorry, BS. I'm getting into the science.
I'm just taking this opportunity to appreciate
That's why
everybody
you're
in
in here.
chat.
Big Bad Mama. You're in here to take over.
I want to have fun, though. I don't want to,
Oh, we're taking you down. Ready?
I'm ready.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, did you see
having fun.
BS's avatar?
Yes, I did. So I changed mine to the angry BS.
How could you miss that?
You wish your forehead looked like that. Shoot.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we're talking again.
Yeah, that's good. I always liked how Sal stood up for Cindy Lincoln in her troubles with Kent Hovind, but I'm not going to get off on Hovind there.
Well, hurry up if you're going to. I mean,
I did. I just did.
Okay, good. Whew.
No, Sal really stood up for Cindy when she was going through a hard time, and I like that.
Agreed speaking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's not just a normal butthole. He's a poopy butthole.
Well, I have to say, Kent Hovind for me is an interesting subject because I owe him a lot. Like, Kent Hovind
Oh.
saved me from evolution. Okay.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
Oh
Yes.
God.
He seriously, there was nobody else out there putting out like information. I know his like the science is not always like top notch, so that he
Not
makes
always.
mistakes.
I mean, it's just pure pseudoscience.
See, actually, I'll watch debates with Kent Hovind, and he still wins every single time. I don't know why you guys can't get somebody to beat him if his science is so bad.
That's
I
what we're training
I
BS
debunked
for.
him on his own show several times.
You did what?
Josh came on and said you got cooked on there the other day, and you
Oh.
put it up on your channel. That's what he said.
That's who Josh.
Josh.
Yeah,
Josh is a troll.
yeah. I think he was trolling Claude, but he was laughing pretty hard. So I was like,
That's
I should
funny.
go over there and look.
Well, before we move on from the Sal topic, I have another video for bread. I know I made
We were
bread
just
as
getting our Hovind on.
shush. We're about
My
to
bad.
go back to Hovind.
Okay.
So back to Ken
About
Hovind.
time. Oh. Anyway, so
So, Missing Mod, you said you were making videos about Kent Hovind. Are you like pro Kent Hovind, against Kent Hovind? What's your
oh, I'm a pro Kent. I'm a Hovindite for sure. Pro Kent Hovind.
cool?
Yeah, and I just happened to brainwash these guys. I don't know how, but not brainwash them, but for some reason they hang around and take my abuse. Because when they get into Hovind, you know, I don't try to like stand out there in white knight anymore, but you know, I just went after the Christians that were going after him. I'm like, can you guys like shut up, you know, and like back up and look at the whole picture instead of like being selfish and you know.
I think you used to be a lot more pro Kent Hovind, but you discovered along the way that he had some personality defects.
Yeah, the way he treats his women is not cool. I'm not cool with that, but you know, that's his business and that's their business. You know, what am I going to do? I'm not getting involved. You know, I think it's wrong. But you know,
Wait, you went to Dinosaur Adventureland?
no,
I
I've never
did.
been there.
I went there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kent gave me the real tour.
Wow.
And then I watched the Whack and Atheist. He was with Matt Powell at the time. It was an
Wow.
adventure.
Yeah.
It was a very surreal experience meeting
Tell
Kent
us
Hovind.
about it.
Well, is BS ready to play the video? I could just briefly tell you about it. I got there pretty early in the morning, and pretty much Kent just immediately, when he was told I was there, he didn't know I was like who I am on YouTube, but when he found out that there was a person there, he dropped everything, what he was doing, and he said, let's go out on the real tour.
Growing up all these trees. It's called kudzu. Kudzu vines were brought in from Japan.
Wow.
1876.
Real tour.
$100 a night until we added the cable and the dish on the front.
Yep.
Outdoor bathrooms, girls on the right because girls are always right, you know. You ever heard of a 5-star hotel? You can see all the stars through that roof. That's an all-star hotel. These trees teach a great lesson. The taproot goes down for strength, and the surface roots go get the water. This guy, living close to the lake, put out surface roots and hit the lake and said, man, I got all the water I need. I don't need to work anymore. Didn't put down deep roots. A lot of people are like that. Their whole life is shallow. All they think about all day is video games and toys and sports and trinkets. And they don't have any deep roots. They're going to fall over when the storm hits.
out on the real tour. And so we went around to all these different, he goes, it's a big property, a big gravel pit. So there's several like stops with Bible lessons and feeding animals and that kind of thing. And he chewed out one of the kids that was driving around in one of the 4x4s and like kind of accused him of not working and just kind of sitting on his butt, which I thought was kind of funny. And then I left. Kent wanted to baptize me, and I didn't want to be baptized. So I left and took a nap. And then I came back at night, and it was really eerie and foggy. And I went in that church. And I played some guitar with a guy. This was before Kent was even there. And then, Kent and Matt Powell did a Whack an Atheist. And I just sat there and took it in. I didn't like offer any debate or anything like that. This was before I had a YouTube channel, or I was a troll at that point. I wasn't even any videos. Sorry. Yes.
No, it's fine. So you were like in the audience of the Whack an Atheist?
I was in the audience. Yeah.
That's funny.
Wow. Cool story.
Cool.
You can tell them the rabbit story if you want.
Oh, well, yeah. The rabbit story. Yeah. So he stopped and he had these potbelly pigs that were really nice and stuff. And so he's feeding them, and I look down on the ground, and there's just rabbit heads strewn all over the ground. Like they were feeding and I don't know if this is common or not, but if they have rabbits, but yeah, they were feeding rabbit heads to the pigs.
Yeah, pigs will eat anything.
And I remember Kent was wearing a hoodie, and on the back of it, it had every Trump child and their term of office as president, which I thought was kind of funny.
All right, here we go.
Anyhow.
You take the good, ignore the bad, and skew the facts, and then you have the bread of life. The bread of life. There's a time you gotta go and show the evidence of what you know. The bread of life. The bread of life. When the world never seems to be living up to your dreams, you suddenly are finding out the facts of life aren't all about Jesus. Jesus.
There you go.
I love that. I love that. I have watched that so many times.
That's good. Who was that Jesus in the video?
That's Australian Jesus.
Australian Jesus could refer to individuals in Australian cults who claim to be the reincarnation of Jesus, such as Alan John Miller in the Divine Truth group, or Anne Hamilton Byron, sorry, in The Family. It could also refer to Hungarian Australian man Laszlo Toth, who claimed to be Jesus and vandalized Michelangelo's, I can't pronounce that word, Pieta, I don't know. The phrase might also refer to a performance like the Australian cast of Jesus Christ Superstar, or to any other instance of someone from Australia being associated with the figure of Jesus. This was religious and cult-related references. AI Google overview. So, get over it, Aiden. Just kidding.
Have you heard about him?
I haven't.
He's alive today. He's a cult leader. He thinks he's Jesus. He walks around with his wife, Mary, and they have a cult in Australia.
Wait, what? He married his...
Mary Magdalene, maybe.
Yeah, his wife is named Mary, and they run a cult together, and he has quite a few members, actually. Which goes to, like, the question I posited to you over Discord, Mod. I showed you that Acts verse, and you're like, no. But Jesus not coming from the sky, but coming from earth.
Okay, wait. I think I remember that. I was going to say, we argue about a lot of stuff sometimes.
Yeah. So Jesus goes and has the ascension where he flies off up into heaven, up. And two angels are standing next to the apostles, and they say, hey, why are you guys looking up? Don't you know that he's going to come the same way that you saw him leave? And so basically they're saying when the return of Jesus comes, it's not going to be from the sky, because why are you looking up? Jesus is coming from the earth, homegrown. And we have a lot of cases where people are imitating Jesus, like Jesus from Australia. There's one in Siberia right now too. And so this has been a trend for the last 2,000 years, I'm sure, where there's a bunch of different Jesuses walking the earth. How would you know as a believer, how would you spot the right one if the right one came?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what, I wouldn't think that guy that you just showed was Jesus.
Would you need to see miracles?
No. Well, I mean, that would help, but it says there's going to be, the Antichrist is going to be able to do that. So, I mean, the first guy that shows up is obviously not him. That's the way I'm looking at it, is it's going to be the next guy, right? Like, he's coming to, go to war, I guess. I don't really know exactly, but the first guy is going to be the decoy or whatever, the Antichrist, I guess.
Yeah. That's the trippy thing about the
guys.
Antichrist. No, I know all about it. Big Bad Mommy, you never were a Christian, were you?
No. I mean, I studied
No, he's a real
Christianity
atheist.
somewhat, but yeah, I was never a Christian.
You're a cradle atheist. I envy you. Yeah.
Tell
I know
us
all
about
about
the
this.
Antichrist. So
Tribulation saint.
what is the
That's-
Antichrist supposed to do in the world?
Okay, I asked Rock what the King James Bible says about the Antichrist and what he'll do when he shows up on the scene. So I just wanted to read to you guys what I got. It's Grok, so I mean, it's not like some kind of, research that I went out for thousands of years and figured out. I just looked it up on Grok just for fun. For funsies, because this is all just for funsies, right? See, I got Aiden in my head, and I don't like that. Okay, let me start. This is going to take me a minute. The King James Version of the Bible doesn't use the term Antichrist extensively, but it appears, and if I read a word wrong, my bad. Just get over it. But it appears in the epistles of John, significantly 1 John and 2 John, with related concepts in other books like Daniel, 2 Thessalonians, and Revelation. Based on these texts, the Antichrist, or figures associated with this concept, is depicted, and as a deceptive, evil entity or person who opposes Christ and God's plan, particularly in the end times. Here's a breakdown of what the Antichrist is supposed to do according to relevant KJV passages. Deceive and deny Christ. 1 John 2:18. The King James states, "Little children, it is the last time. And as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time." This suggests the Antichrist, or Antichrists, denies the truth about Jesus. 1 John 2:22 clarifies, "Who is a liar but he that denieth that Jesus is the Christ? He is Antichrist, that denieth the Father and the Son." See, so it's only people that deny Christ that are Antichrist. If you're a non-believer and you are just an atheist, supposedly, you're not an Antichrist unless you deny Christ and him being, Jesus as the Christ. Okay, denieth the Father and the Son. The Antichrist's role includes spreading false teachings, denying Jesus and the Messiah and Son of God, and the Son of God. Number 2, oppose God and exalt himself. Oppose God and exalt himself. 2 Thessalonians 2:3-4, KJV, describes a figure called that man of sin, or son of perdition, often associated with the Antichrist. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, and that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. The figure will oppose God, exalt himself above all deities, and claim divine authority, possibly desecrating a temple by declaring himself God. Number 3, perform deceptive signs and wonders. 2 Thessalonians 2, 9 through 10, KJV. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. The Antichrist will use satanic power to perform false miracles, deceiving people into following him instead of God. Which, in this world we're living in, if it gets much worse, people are, a guy to come along and be able to perform miracles would the atheists are just dying for that, to have a miracle proven to them or something, Okay, number 4, lead a rebellion against God. I don't know, maybe this is BS. No, I'm just kidding. In Revelation 13, 1 through 8, the KJV describes a beast rising from the sea, often interpreted as the Antichrist or related figure. This beast receives power from the dragon, Satan, is worshipped by the world, and speaks blasphemies against God. And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. Revelation 13:5, he wages war against the saints and exercises global authority, leading a rebellion against God's people and authority. That was weird. Control and the mark. Control and mark the world. This is number 5. Revelation 13, 16 through 17, KJV. Describes the beast causing all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receiveth a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. The Antichrist will implement a system often linked to the mark of the beast, 666, to control economic and social participation, compelling allegiance to himself, which I've literally heard people in my family say that they'll take it because, they don't want to starve their kids. I don't think they realized at the time what they were saying. Maybe they might feel different today, but number 6, persecute God's people. Revelation 13:7 states, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. The Antichrist will persecute believers seeking to dominate and destroy those faithful to God. And what else could persecute all Christians of the world? AI, it's the only thing that understands all the languages, that knows how to communicate to every language. Not saying that it has a mind of its own or anything, but that's my first thought, because I'm like, well, I'm not going to really listen to like a Chinese person because I won't understand what they're saying. But that's my limited understanding as a human being who's not even 100 years old. I don't know anything at all. Right? And I don't pretend to, like science. Okay. Usher in a period of tribulation, number 7. In Daniel 7:25, KJV, a figure often linked to the Antichrist shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given unto him his hand until times in times and dividing of time. This suggests the period of intense tribulation lasting a symbolic 3.5 years where the Antichrist attempts to alter divine laws and oppress God's people. That's where a lot of people get the Sabbath idea from. Like, we're going to be made to practice the Sabbath and it'll be on the wrong day, so that'll be the mark. That's what people think. I don't think that. I think it's going to be a literal mark because nobody in this world today is going to do anything spiritual, unless it's an accident and they don't realize what it is. Let me think. Like, I don't think there's nothing off the top of my head I can think of as an example right now, but I'm sure there's something like walking under a ladder or, having a black cat pass you. It's just like some superstitious thing, but if there's power behind that, if you're giving your faith to this ladder, that it can control your future, if you walk under it, that's, yeah, anyway. Okay, let me read this last part. In summary, the Antichrist in the KJV is depicted as a deceptive, blasphemous figure who denies Christ, exalts himself as God, performs false miracles, controls the world through a mark, persecutes believers, and leads a rebellion against God during the time of tribulation. His actions culminate in divine judgment, as Revelation 19:20 describes his ultimate defeat. If you want a deeper dive into specific passages or related figures, like the beast or the false prophet, let me know. Yeah, Grok's pretty cool. Anyway, I just wanted to read that and let you guys hear what I found.
Before Jesus shows up.
Oh, well, I'm not really sure. Like, he's gonna try to mislead people and see.
But is it going to be a world leader, or is it going to be somebody that shows up at the local level?
Well, see, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how that would work. See, this is what I think, because I don't think it's like, America's got this, like Trump is the guy or whatever. I think that the Jews don't believe in Jesus, right? So they think that if they build their temple and they do their sacrifices, that's going to help them, right? They think that they're probably thinking all their suffering is from not being able to do that, right? So they're eager to get that thing up, the building up. So once they do that, whoever comes in to put himself, like Revelation says, he's going to try to put himself in the seat and, say he's God. So, that's what I'm thinking is how we're going to know. And I'm not saying he's going to rule the world or anything, but it's going to be something that's going to really capture everybody's, attention. And it can't be like someone like Trump, because nobody likes him, like barely. Most people that I come into contact with don't really, well, some people do, but lots of people love him, but lots of people hate him. I think the Antichrist is going to be like the full package. He's going to be like smart and know what's up. And he's going to be able to answer everybody's questions and solve all the problems. And
so you're saying Big Bad Mama is the Antichrist? Basically.
I used to say it was Aiden, but now I'm thinking, nah, probably isn't Aiden.
Antichrist don't talk that much.
True. See, that's probably another thing too.
Lupin said it was the Pope or the papacy was the Antichrist.
Mark said to me one time, it's called the Antichrist. It can't be the Pope because he's not anti-Christ. Like, it's going to be somebody that's not cool with Christ. So he's just some guy that's like, I don't know what the heck they're thinking, these popes and stuff. I don't know.
You don't think an Antichrist could pretend in public to be cool with Christ?
Sure, but I imagine it would be something obvious. People, think about like how many of you guys would be like, yes, finally some guy that's not an idiot, right? I know everybody at Tacos would be saying that.
But won't it be
this
a
guy
wolf?
Hates Jesus. Yes.
Won't it be a wolf in sheep's clothing? That would be somebody who's pretending to be a Christian, but isn't.
Well, I think it says like, I don't know. Let me see what it says about the Antichrist exactly, because I think it's specifically, I don't know.
Well, one thing that Jesus said is that many will come in my name saying I'm he, but don't believe them. Like,
Oh, true.
so, it does seem like the Antichrist could be someone who is claiming to be for Christ or even Christ
The
himself.
It said, well, this is Google AI. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Don't let me
but
stop Google AI.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, this is the characteristics of it, of the person, I guess, is deception, lawlessness, blasphemy and arrogance, worship seeker, cruelty and ruthlessness, false messiah. And then that's it. But that's just what the AI said, so I don't know.
Huh.
I like Google AI because it just gathers from websites, and then puts it in its own words or whatever, but it's not like, that ChatGPT where it's making it up itself, because it lists all the websites that it gets its answers from.
Well, a false messiah indicates that it will be a Christian.
Well, Messiah means savior, right? So if somebody's coming in to save the
It
world
means
because we're in hell,
anointed one. It means
Oh,
anointed
okay.
one.
my bad.
It doesn't. There's been tons of messiahs in the Bible. Like Jesus isn't the first, and in Judaism it doesn't mean he has to be the last either. Like there's a one for every generation, they say.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. See, that's why I'm saying, like, it could be an Antichrist and not the, but who knows? I mean, I don't know.
Technically, every non-Christian is an antichrist because Jesus says you're either for me or you're against me. He doesn't give a middle ground. And so
Yeah.
if atheists and Hindus and Jews and everybody else who's non-Christian are, in the category of antichrist.
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't that be a lost person? Like, I just don't see him like
I
an
just
anti.
named Yeah, all those people I listed were lost people. Except for in Bread's view, she doesn't think that. But like, if we're just going by labels,
Wait, what do I not think?
that everybody who's not a Christian is not saved.
Oh, yeah.
But
See?
yeah, I mean, that's how you become a Christian. You get saved.
Uh-oh. Is that
What?
right, Bread? I'm trying to start a fight here. Is that right, Bread?
Well, it's right that anybody who trusts in Christ will be saved. So I hope
Yeah.
you trust in Christ and know that you're saved. But I do think that there are many people around the world who, do not know Christ as Lord with their knowledge, but their heart is turned toward him.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah, I believe in Australian Christ, so I'm good.
oh yeah?
I think that's a real person who does real.
Mark Reed
cult
is not
things.
Jesus.
Who said that? Oh,
I
Mark,
did, I was
the Australian.
He doesn't have the hair for it.
Crap, I forgot Simos is in Australia too.
What?
Oh,
I thought
he is?
Simos was English.
No, I know, I'm kidding. It was a joke that I did with Simos last night, so I just realized I was kind of dumb. My bad.
Australia doesn't exist. We all know
And
that.
actually, it was Peter I was accusing of living in Australia. And made Simos laugh. You guys don't remember? Ugh.
Yeah, I was watching that.
That's
You
too
were.
busy yelling at Dan, I think.
BS sad boy.
Ooh. Can I spin you a tale from the scripture to help paint the Antichrist in a different way?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm not going to
Sure.
twist scripture here. I'm just going to tell you what beliefs are. So, in the Jews and atheists don't think that Jesus accomplished. Hold on, I got noise. Accomplished all the prophecies, because there's a lot of prophecies in there that are like the conquering king version, and so there's two different versions of the Messiah painted in the Old Testament. There's the suffering servant and there's the conquering king. One is the Judah line, I think, and one is the David line. And most people who have this view of the two Messiah figures, they think that Jesus accomplished all the suffering servant prophecies when he came the first time. He's going to accomplish all of the conquering king ones when he comes back. Some of those prophecies that haven't been accomplished, like spreading the knowledge of Yahweh to all around the world, making world peace where everybody turns their swords into plowshares and stuff like that, which obviously didn't happen after Jesus came on the scene in 0 AD. And so this is my question when it comes to the Antichrist, because a lot of people think that the Antichrist is going to be some kind of war ruler dictator, but that's kind of how the second coming is supposed to be presented too. So like, this is why I'm asking, how would somebody tell the difference if Jesus came back as the asshole this time instead of the meek and mild suffering servant? He came back as a conquering king and used force and all the stuff that they thought was happening the first time. How would you know that wasn't him instead of the Antichrist?
Ooh, can I answer?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. Because, okay, if the Antichrist comes first, it says he'll be lawless, right? So it's going to be hell, right? Like the earth is going to be in total hell. And he's going to seem like he has the answer, but he is going to make it worse. So Jesus is going to come back pissed about that because everyone's suffering. So he's going to come back and basically stop everything that's happening. All the bad stuff. I mean, I would think that people would be like relieved. Finally, someone's here, even if it is a bad person, like take me out of my misery, like is what I'm thinking.
Because if
he's
it's
going to demand worship,
Go ahead.
the Antichrist. The Antichrist is going to demand worship. He's going to be arrogant and deceiving. So a liar. And he's going to be, basically hell on wheels, I guess. So yeah, that's going to piss him off a little bit.
Well, the conquering king trope of the Antichrist, or of the second return of the Messiah, is kind of what the Jews are waiting for their first coming of their Messiah.
Exactly.
They know Mashiach hasn't returned because they point to the Christians and say, look at all these different verses haven't been fulfilled. And if somebody
They're waiting
comes
for the Antichrist.
Yeah, and
That's what I'm saying.
if the someone comes and they're like authoritarian and bent, they do reestablish the third temple, they do the red heifer sacrifices, all the stuff that are in
like
accordance
they've been doing.
Yeah, accordance to
Practicing.
Talmudic law, because Jesus said not one jot or tittle be gone until everything has been accomplished. So it wouldn't be out of his character to help facilitate some of this old stuff in the law to be accomplished, because he said that has to happen. So, like, again, like, how would you know the difference between the two?
Well, because the Antichrist comes first.
What about the chosen people of Israel? Like, if the Messiah, if this person comes, they come and, like, you think it's the bad guy, but the Jews think that it's their chosen Messiah.
They are going to think he's the good guy.
How do you know that you're not denying Christ, though? How do you know that you're actually getting the right guy?
Because the Jews don't believe in Christ. They think that he hasn't come yet. So they're going to put the Antichrist in their temple. And that's going to make the abomination or whatever, desolation, happen.
Okay. I just think it's a lot trickier than most Christians think it is.
Oof. I just made it real easy, though, I think.
I guess by saying that one person has to come, but you'll be waiting for the second person. What if the second person never comes?
Well, doesn't that make sense though? You're saying it now, and look, they're practicing. They're sacrificing them, heifers over there. Like they're practicing or whatever. So I mean, they're getting, they really want that temple built because they don't think that Jesus is the guy.
Because their Messiah will be the second coming of Jesus.
So whoever the Jews hold up and put in there, that's how you're going to know,
Phantom, why you leave? I didn't boot him.
Now,
Phantom,
I'm not a Bible expert or anything. I'm just saying what I think, and it makes sense to me. And that's why I'm suspicious of Trump, and his son-in-law, because he's over there, just making peace plans by himself and, getting them signed and, doing all this. I don't know, what his goal is, but
do you think it's good for people to be thinking that the world's going to end pretty soon?
No, I mean, no, but I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. The temple hasn't even started.
We know a lot of people who do think it's going to end soon, right?
Right.
So do you think that that's good for their lives that they think that?
No, but
It's still a
we're
step
talking about
up
the
from
same guy, I don't-
believing. It's still a step up from believing that you came about by natural processes and there's no purpose or meaning unless you make that meaning yourself.
Brett.
And that's the kind of idea that causes
What's wrong with natural
people-
processes?
You're going down, Big Bad Mama.
What's wrong with natural processes? They're
Yeah.
grossly efficient for creating the diversity of life on Earth. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just what are they able to accomplish?
They create natural processes created all the universe and all the life on the planet.
Beer.
Well, that's a religious statement. That's a religious belief.
Apart from the evidence that we have, especially for evolution, I mean, just mountains and mountains of evidence that corroborate one another from multidisciplines of science.
Well, BS, do you want to go here? Because I'd love to talk about this, but I don't want to turn this into
No, that's fine.
Big
Before we
Bad
get
Mama, just why don't you come on my evolution channel and
Okay.
talk about that? Because I do
will.
this. Yeah.
before we get into evolution talk, I want to say hey to Phantom.
Hi, Phantom.
See what
Hey.
he has to say.
Yeah, Hey, yeah, I was coming on because you were talking about how you would know if a someone who came if the Antichrist was not Jesus's return. And I've always wondered, how do you know that Jesus from the first century wasn't the Antichrist?
Aha!
I was thinking that too. That's a
Because
great question.
because the Antichrist in Revelation and Daniel does all the things that Jesus did. He comes, he does miracles and dies. Well, like if I were Satan and I wanted to trick everyone, I would send my guy first.
Yeah, but Satan has certain rules he has to follow, right? Like the scripture isn't going to be wrong because Satan pulls a fast one, right? Like we
What
can,
rules
we
does
can
Satan have to
definitely count on
follow?
that.
What rules does Satan have to
But-
follow?
You do have well, I mean, there's a lot of them. He literally had to go and what was that in Job where he had to go up there and talk to him? I mean, obviously he can't just do whatever he wants. He can't even like fly. He said he
But-
was walking to and
Yeah.
fro, didn't he?
But
How'd he get to heaven if he didn't fly?
I don't know. You want me to answer this? I don't know.
I think you're grossly overstating his limitations here.
so what rule does he have to follow?
Fine.
What rule does he have that he has to not be first?
Well, I mean, he has to be. Well, I don't know. See, you made a good point at first with the 70 AD crap, but
What
you
did
know,
I say
now-
about 70 AD?
isn't that what you're talking about? The temple and 70 AD?
No, I'm
preterism
talking about
came already.
the Jesus that got crucified.
Just roll with it.
Right.
How do you know he wasn't the Antichrist?
I mean, I guess I don't know.
Right. Like how do you know he wasn't the Antichrist, came to trick you from Satan and not actually,
Well, that wouldn't be very fair. I don't think. I think that you guys are acting like Satan has more just because he's the bad guy. Like, there's lots of criminals that can't outdo the government, right? Like, it doesn't mean that just because you're a bad guy and you are the main bad guy that you're more powerful than the big guy, right? Like, it's,
Ooh.
No, I'm not
I mean,
saying
to me, it's just
powerful.
like obvious.
I'm not
Yes,
saying
but
he's more
he
powerful.
can't, how could he pull a fast one like on us, and then the book would be wrong?
It was
Then the whole
according
thing
to
would be
God.
wrong, and it wouldn't matter who we went with.
It was according to God's plan the whole time. So I told you I'm making a 5 inconvenient verses for Christians, and you're touching on another one. I brought the Acts one to your attention, but I want to bring another one to your attention.
Good.
You
Let's
meant-
hammer this one out.
You mentioned the Job story, and so in the first chapter of the Job story, we all know the story. He goes and his children and his livestock and his camels and his servants are all killed, right? Then Satan
Right.
comes back to heaven to talk to God. And he says this. Then the Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job? There's no one like him on earth. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil. and he still maintains his integrity, though you incited me against him to ruin him without any reason.
Oh,
So that last part of that verse is saying that it was Satan's will with God's power that actually ruined Job's life in the first chapter.
But didn't God bring him up first? Didn't God say, "What about my servant Job?"
Yeah, I'm just talking about God authorized
You
Satan
can
to
do
use his
everything
power.
but kill him. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right. And he wrote it down in the book, so we all heard about it.
I'm kind of pointing to Satan's capabilities, because you're saying what he's limited by, and I don't think he's limited by anything except for what God limits him to. And so now it's a question of what God will actually allow. And
That's why Satan don't want us reading the book.
No, in the first chapter of Job, God kills the camels and the servants with fire of God from heaven. So it's not Satan's fire, it's God's fire that roasts everybody. And then also in the story where he kills the children, he uses a great gust of wind to knock over the house. And in Psalms it says only God has the ability to control the winds and waves.
Because Satan doesn't have anything without him.
Yes. So
So you're proving my point.
Yes, it was all God's power, but it was Satan's will. And so Satan could come as Jesus, if God allowed it, to do all the stuff that Jesus did as the first coming that Phantom's talking about. Raise the dead, get resurrected, do all the miracles. Like, that's all through God's power, but it doesn't actually say whose will is behind Jesus.
Yeah, but the story of Job is in the book. So I mean, wouldn't the other story be in there too? Most people wouldn't read it. No, but I'm saying we know the whole story about what happened behind Job. He was given permission. We know, like, it's the cover's blown, right?
Well, that's where the gamble is with the Jesus story, because maybe the Jews are right to withhold worship of Jesus and wait for the true Messiah. And you guys, Christians, fell for the first Antichrist, like Phantom was saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, yeah, if you think about it, if Jesus was Satan, what would have happened? You would have had massive wars and killings in the name of Christianity, which is exactly what happened.
No. That didn't happen, BBM.
Yes, don't you see how your arguments don't work on Missing Maud at all?
Because she doesn't read the Bible.
No.
Yeah,
well,
that's the thing, is
I
don't
do.
even need to read it. And I still know more than you.
But Jesus said, "My sheep hear
And I
my
do read the
voice,
Bible.
and they will not follow a stranger." So I think Jesus's sheep will recognize him when he comes.
Yeah, we're
That's an
asking,
inconvenient verse for your theory, isn't it?
unless
I love that, and
Jesus
I never
is
use
Satan.
that on them because they don't get it.
No, I get it, but you could be listening to Satan's voice and be Satan's sheep.
First time he asked me, "Oh, well, how do you know if it's him or it's this guy?" And I'm like, "Well, you just ask him."
I just
And
know.
he just laughed. He just laughed. No, I said ask him.
Well, but
I just said ask him.
Satan, like if you ask a liar, "Hey, are you the liar or the truth teller?"
If you're talking to the Lord Lord's going to answer you.
And if you ask Satan, he's going to say, "I'm the Lord."
And yeah, I'm not even going to go there. Forget that.
And then you'll know that
Giving
voice.
you guys my testimony, it's never happening. So you guys can devour it and try to freaking spit it back out at me. No, thank you.
No, I'm just
I
saying.
don't
this
know
sounds
your
very-
testimony.
That's all I'm saying.
She hasn't
Ask
told
him.
anybody.
Just ask him. Yeah, no, not on here. No.
Not on here.
I mean,
I'm
they're
very
calling Jesus
welcoming.
a liar. You think they're
This
going to
is
believe
the place
me?
to do it, Maud.
We're entertaining
No.
a hypothetical for your guys' safety, your spiritual safety. We're concerned about your spiritual safety.
No, this is a hypothetical gymnasium, and we're in the Olympics. You're trying to get me to go through loops that scholars go through. I just ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm just
No,
giving
I
you
think
what
you're doing just fine. You shut it down. Everything that he brought about Job, you were like, "It's in the book." I mean, it already told you the answer.
I'm agreeing
Right.
with her. It's in the book, and I'm trying to tell her what's
You're
in the
going
book.
down.
Oh my goodness, you guys! It just points out to me and the other atheists in this room that this is a very emotional based belief, not head knowledge. You love Jesus, you'll know him when you hear him, but
What is it for you? Is it not
it's-
emotional?
No, I don't believe
Why?
it because it
Well, then
doesn't
why
make
are you
any
so
logical
passionate about it?
sense. Oh, because I'm an anti-theist, and I think it actually
Missing-
causes harm.
Missing mod. You call me fan too.
Okay, this is the anti-theist and the atheist symbols. This is what they use, I guess, to represent themselves. Kind of like, a symbol for a business or something. But I wanted to connect them with something. Here's some angels from Ezekiel. The cherub or the cherubim, I'm not sure what the names are now, but I just did a little clip. And here's one from Ezekiel. You see the one in the right bottom corner there with the eyes and the rings. And then this is, just someone's depiction of God's throne on top. See the angels standing there, and then the ones with the rings with the eyes. And then this upcoming picture is an older picture that somebody made of Ezekiel being, in his vision. You see the angels there with the four heads and then the circles around them again. And then we have these symbols. As you see, they are the Adam symbol, the atheist symbol, the anti-theist symbol, and then just a couple of moving ones. You see any similarities here? I do a little bit. Now, this is just my theory, but I think these symbols mean a lot. They're a lot more than we realize. I think that, these angels, this is why I picked my avatar, because I believe that it represents an angel, the Adam. Now, that's just my theory. I'm not saying it's true. I don't have any way to prove it. But it's just interesting, and it was just something that I did years ago that I picked. But what if, these symbols we don't even realize are representing something else? An anti-theist, with their little half angel symbol there. Maybe it does represent an angel, because it does say that Satan, was a anointed cherubim. He was a protector or a coverer or something. I just did a clip that I put in here. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share this. It's just a stupid theory that I have, but I just thought about it when BS said that he was an anti-theist. I looked up the symbol. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This is about Satan and what type of angel he was. It says, yes, in Christian tradition, Satan was originally an anointed cherub before his fall from heaven, as suggested by interpretations of Ezekiel 28:14, which describes him as the anointed cherub who covers and one who walked on the holy mountain of God. This passage, along with Isaiah 14:12, identifies Lucifer, Satan, as a high-ranking angel created by God who fell due to pride. It says here, Bible Basics, Ezekiel 28:14. This verse is the primary basis for the belief that Satan was a cherub. It states, you were the anointed cherub who covers. I established you. You were the holy mountain of God. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked back and forth in the midst of the fiery stones. Isaiah 14:12. This passage refers to the being as the star of the morning, or son of the dawn, further supporting the idea of a high-ranking angel who fell from grace. The fall of Satan. Pride. The cherub's fall is attributed to his growing pride and arrogance. Loss of position. Because of his sin, he was cast out of heaven according to this interpretation of the scripture. And then there's links there, but I'm not going to go to all of them. You guys can just Google it yourself. Consequences. The act of rebellion led to his transformation into Satan, the adversary. Satan's role before his fall. Guardian cherub. The cherub who covers role implies a guardian position. High-ranking angel. He was God's most beautiful and perfect creation with wisdom and beauty. In Eden, he was in the Garden of Eden, though the passage in Ezekiel 28:13 shifts from addressing the king of Tyre Tyre, I don't know, to a being who was in Eden, which was not the king of Tyre, whatever. My point is it's weird how these symbols are being used, and they're, kind of similar to, the angels in Ezekiel. That's the reason why I use the atom symbol as my avatar. Has nothing to do with science, and I picked that long before I ever found Kent Hovind. Because I just happened to be reading it and I thought about it and I'm like, man, that's like an atom. That's like an atom. And I drew a couple pictures and, I think I've shown them in a video years ago. But that's the reason I use the atom symbol. It's because I believe it's an angel, and it would make sense because, atoms make up everything, right? Like, I don't know. It's just my theory. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's true. And you can laugh if you want. It's just my theory. And I have a lot more fun than you because you're boring and suck. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's get back to the video.
You call me Fan2D2 all the time. What, do you think it's emotional?
Is it?
Oh, crap. Man. It doesn't hurt your feelings? Oh.
No, it doesn't hurt my
Poor
feelings.
Phantom.
Oh. Crap. I just call him Fan2D2 because he's smart, not
I know.
just
like
because
him.
he's weird. Yeah.
BS, was it emotional for you when you were a believer?
Oh, very much so. Yes.
How so? Can you?
Yeah, I actually tried to shut down my logic because I didn't want it to not be true. And so I think I've given my deconversion testimony many times, but it's wrapped up in mental health and stuff. But this came down to, like, I was prepared to do bad things because I thought Jesus was going to call me to do bad things because I was one of his sheep and I'd hear his voice. And so it's the morality issue. It's where you start wrestling with subjective versus objective morality. And I think all Christianity is basically going to be bankrupt because it has two main rules that are in conflict with each other. There's the first rule of loving God with all your muchness, all your heart, mind, soul, and body. And there's the second but lesser law of loving others as yourself. But if you're loving God with all your heart, mind, soul, and body, there's no heart left to love anybody else with. And you have to ask yourself, what happens when it comes into contradiction? When you feel like loving yourself or loving other people is not what loving God is. If he's asking you to do something like the Abraham story, the Abraham story is a good example. It's because he's asking, who are you going to choose? Are you going to choose me, or are you going to choose those you love, your son? And I think Abraham made the wrong choice by choosing God over his son.
Abraham said God himself will provide the sacrifice when his son asked him. So I think Abraham had faith that the son that God promised him would come out alive. This has been so much fun, and I wish I could stay on for Jimmy Tucks, but I have to go to work tomorrow, so I got to get to bed.
Bye, Rebecca.
Thank you,
Good
guys.
talking
It
to
was
you.
fun.
Hi, good.
Nice talking to you.
Hi.
Always
Bye.
a pleasure, Brad.
Yeah, good night, Brad.
Good night.
Suddenly a spotlight appeared in the living room with a bow tie with horns, talking about deception in the Job story and Jesus being the Antichrist. And suddenly I was compelled to find out what this message, much like Gotham City would instruct Batman, it's time to be on stage.
Well, we welcome you. That's a good point, Maya.
Lord.
There are there are versions of the story in Judaism where Abraham actually goes through with that sacrifice too.
Yeah, but those aren't real. Those aren't in the book.
They're not in the book. I forgot. No, I think it's a good question, Missy Mon. Like, I understand you're very hesitant to entertain the idea that you
I don't know anything about Abraham, so you can't even talk to me about that because I'm not really too hip on that whole story.
The Jesus bad guy stuff is what I was talking about. Like,
well, I guess that's something for Christians to worry about, though, right? You guys have clearly made your choice, so I mean, I guess I'll just worry about that. You guys worry about you.
That's fair,
right?
Except it wasn't really a choice, was it?
What?
I don't think it was a choice, at least for me.
Well, you can choose now.
It wasn't a choice for me.
Okay, well, what is holding you guys back now?
I'm waiting to be convinced. I cannot make myself be convinced.
Well, I'm not going to be able to do that because you've been hanging out with me for a while and I haven't done it yet. So,
Every Friday night.
Right. Just beating it constantly into your head, Phantom.
I know.
This all made itself. Just believe, Phantom. Okay, I'm just kidding, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, that's funny.
Thank you.
Like, we start attacking Jesus, and then you kind of always go to but creation.
Right to you guys as savior. Oh, I'm just kidding.
But I could care less about evolution. I really don't care about it. It doesn't bother me at all.
See, you don't sound. That's why you're not a real atheist, BS.
I guess you have to have a Darwin boner to be an atheist, but I don't have one.
No, it's a Hoven boner.
Well,
Hoven boner.
BS, you don't think that evolution can tell you something about yourself?
I think that we've used evolution to greatly make progress in modern medicine and stuff like that, for sure. This is why I don't deny it's true, but I don't. When it comes to the God question, there's tons of believers that believe in evolution. So it has nothing to do with whether somebody believes in God or not.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, and also I think there are some things you can say, well, that psychology comes from evolution, but for myself, I'm just who I am. And if evolution weren't true, I'm still just who I am. And so
right.
I'm kind of with BS here. I don't think evolution is that interesting as far as, I don't know, religion.
But you don't think psychologically it makes a difference whether you're related to every other living organism as opposed to somebody who thinks they were specially created by a God who created the universe? You don't think that there's a difference in mindset there?
We're related.
I'm asking that to Phantom.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
For myself, no, it doesn't make any difference to me. Could it make a difference to somebody else? Maybe. I don't know. I think it could also make a difference to someone else to think, I'm put here as a steward of these other creatures. So
I didn't know you're talking psychologically. I think there is a big thing to it psychologically speaking.
Sure. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think it can explain some psychology, but in the end, even if it turned out evolution wasn't true, I'm still who I am. That's what I'm saying. And that's so I just wouldn't know why I am what I am, but I don't really care.
Yeah, I was responding to the Big Bad Mama because the way he phrased the question, he's like, as opposed to being a chosen special person, like the center of the universe type of mentality. And I think, that is a big deal. Like the creationists who think that the universe revolves around them, I don't think that's a healthy psychology. So I do agree with you. I think evolutionary talk helps to curb that spiritual narcissism. Back to the topic of the show.
Of Jesus Christ, I command you, leave the body of this servant of God. Performing an exorcism? stop the evil in you. It's God's will. God's will. Christ died.
Curb that spiritual narcissism. Back to the
Died
top.
for your sins. Okay, wait a second.
You are backsliding into the flames of hell.
You've become a magnet for sin. We've all witnessed it. My God, you are making accusations
As we're trying to save your soul, Mary, turn away from Satan. Jesus, he loves you.
I am filled with Christ's love.
Yeah.
And
I
that-
agree.
And that, yeah, we know the guy that called BBM a bad thing because that's what he teaches kids,
Yeah.
that they're not the center of the universe.
Are you
'Cause
the
that's-
center of the universe, Maud?
Well, she's the center of the stage.
If I am, we are screwed. You guys, get your friggin', helmets on. We're going down.
All right.
So let's hope not. No, I think I'm probably I'm surprised I haven't, like Kent Hovind says, some people, God takes them home and then crowns them, and then some people, he crowns them and takes them home. That's what I always thought I'd be a crown. Well, my name, Stephanie, does mean crowned, or garland, crowned or garland, something like that.
Isn't
you
there
never
this
know.
weird dichotomy, though, between a Christian thinking that they're special in God's eyes and then also thinking that they're like a maggot, like what Dan says?
Well, I don't
it's a
think I'm special.
No, but you know that a lot of Christians do think they're special.
Yeah,
I think
Imago Dei,
everyone's special.
the image of God, right? That's pretty special.
I think everyone's special, just like your kids. We don't have millions, billions of kids or anything, but even if we did, I think, well, no, we probably would eventually lose touch with some of them. But yeah,
No,
you
but I
just
mean-
love them all. You can't.
I mean that the Christian might think on one hand that they're going to heaven, that they've got this highway to heaven, basically. But at the same time, while they're on earth, they feel like they're the lowest of the low. I just think it's a really strange, it has strange effects on people, that mindset.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because, people that think they're better than you suck. Like people that act like, oh, they look down on you and stuff. And it's like, you might know some big words or whatever, but that doesn't mean anything. Like,
No, but why not just be yourself and not think that you're better or worse than anybody else?
well, I mean, that's just the way people are. I can't stop them. I want to. I hate people like that. Why are you saying I'm like that?
We think that the belief lends to that belief.
Oh, so we're just being a Christian makes me
No.
feel like I'm better.
It's statements that Christians have made that they're the lowest of the low. They're lower than dirt, but they do have Jesus and they're going to go to heaven. But
Everybody can have Jesus, though.
Well, what it
Everyone.
is, BBM, is they are the lowest of the low, but then they look at the non-Christians who are lower than them, and they're not as low as those guys.
okay.
Yeah, that nailed it. Like, no.
That's a real pessimistic view of mankind, though.
But simultaneously,
I mean, if that's
being
what you guys think, wow.
no, but you guys also hold the belief simultaneously that you guys are image of God and have dominion over everything on the earth, and so that's
what
pretty
I'm
high.
saying, yeah,
It's
that's
like
what
a
I'm saying.
contradictory thing.
I've never went and tried to conquer a wild bear or
I'm
anything
not talking
like
about
that.
you, Maud.
Definitely.
I'm not talking about
Yes,
you.
but I'm a
in
Christian.
particular.
I'm a
Well,
Christian. Phantom was kind of talking about me.
Have you owned a
Right,
dog?
Phantom?
Did you own a dog?
No, I was actually thinking of Proverbs, guys.
Me
No.
too.
Everybody was. So,
You guys
Tux,
missed it tonight. I ran Steven off his own
Yeah.
show.
what's going on with you? You joined. You had some stuff to say, or what?
Well, the conversation that you had about 5 minutes ago, Ish, that some variation of the Job contingency plan versus Antichrist contingency plan. And there is a verse in the Bible that ties it all together, that Jesus is the employee of Jesus is the employee of Satan, in which Luke 4:6, who owns the world. So the requisition was filled out for essentially Jesus in Job 119. The
desert.
factor. And the moment that essentially Satan is recruiting Jesus only satisfactorily says no in the Matthew version of the events, but on the Luke side it does not. So who owns the world? The Bible says that Satan owns this world.
I think it says he's the king of the world, right?
The Lord of the world, yeah. Jesus calls him the Lord of the world.
I don't think anyone owns the world.
So are you saying the Bible says that Jesus is Satan's employee?
I am stating that there is an offer made, and it's not clear whether or not Jesus accepted it.
To be an
You
employee.
must be talking about the temptation.
The wilderness temptation. Correct.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't Jesus
And he said
rebuff
no.
those 3 temptations right on the spot?
Okay, so not literally an employee, because like that wasn't around back then.
No, not a for a pay employee.
He doesn't have a W-2 or anything.
He was a servant,
Got him. See, I knew, but W-2. See
so you can be on the stream still. I don't have to boot you
what the?
Yeah,
because you're not underage.
It's true. Was it Phantom or Big Bad Mama asked a question about refuted or resisted the temptations,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So here's the question: does it matter that he resisted the temptations? Like,
Yeah.
what temptations are required to resist for the Abraham story that you were talking about?
Well, Jesus was fasting. Had been fasting for like 40 days or something
So
in
not
the desert. Them temptations would have been a little, very much hard to resist, right? Like for a human, for a normal person.
for God. It was hard for a human who's a God. How about
it
for an
would be
employee of the
hard for us, not the Lord.
Mhm.
Obviously, he did it, right? I mean, if we're going with the story anyway,
devil?
he said no.
Said no for everything, and then
Well, I don't think we know
is
that he's God.
um,
We don't know he's God in the story yet. We're not supposed to.
we don't know if Jesus is God. Do we know Satan's Satan?
Does
Yeah,
it
the
even
way-
matter?
The way I read the
Do you guys even
Temptations,
really care?
we're talking about it. Why is it always shut it down, Rod? Why are you trying to shut it down?
Wait a
We're
minute.
trying to Bible study with you.
BS, don't we know that Jesus is God at that point because of what's prophesied in the Old Testament in Isaiah, for example?
Oh, the birth narratives and stuff?
Well,
Right.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
the Jesus
But
sign,
wait. It wouldn't say he's God, it would say he's Messiah. Those aren't the same thing.
Okay.
That was after the baptism
correct.
when the dove came down and announced Jesus was
You are my son in whom I'm well pleased.
yeah.
Yes. It's the adoption narrative of Christology. It's not the
Mhm.
I am fully God Christology.
it depends on depends on where you're at in the history of it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's an outlook thing. It's an interpretation thing. Anyway,
But it-
Tux, go ahead.
So
Or-
the question would be if Jesus and Satan are associated with how Job's children die, correct?
Wait, what? Did you say Jesus?
If the fire from heaven
Is
Yeah.
called
if
the fire of
from
God.
heaven,
Yeah.
the fire from God.
Because the devil doesn't have power over anything. Everything belongs to God. So yeah, he had to use his fire. He had to use everything of his.
So that
and
means
permission.
if Satan was on earth and he resurrected, that would be of God, right?
I assume. I mean, I don't know what we can we stick on one story here?
Okay, sorry. Let
Please.
Tux go. No miracle is sufficient to show that Jesus is God, is my point. And that's what the whole thing with Paul is like, oh, as long as we believe in the resurrection and we know our faith is true. No, even in a Christian worldview, even if you had the resurrection, it doesn't mean the good guy resurrected.
Why are you like? Yeah, I just
Because this is
doesn't
stuff
make
that
any sense at all. Because if you want people to not believe it, why would you twist it like that and try to like twist it into their beliefs in the Bible instead of just like using science and trying to prove that it's not real at all?
Well, because Satan hadn't invented
this
science
kind
yet.
of stuff here is like scholar crap, like
No, this is the Gnostic stuff.
I
So
didn't
if
hear
I
what he said.
if I convinced
See,
you,
I'm not one of those.
if I convinced you thoroughly that you were worshiping Satan, would you stop?
No, because you wouldn't. You couldn't
If
convince me of that.
if
Because
I
I told
did,
you. Well, if okay, ask again. If what?
if I convinced you that you were actually worshiping Satan, would you stop worshiping him?
Well, what do you think worship is?
Dedicating your life to him and what he wants and what he desires and his rules.
Because I see worship as admiration.
Yeah,
I
would you stop
appreciate
admiring
all
him
the
too?
stuff? All this. Well, if it was Satan, obviously I would, because he didn't make anything. He doesn't even have his own fire.
Well, Jesus didn't technically make anything either. He had to use God's power if it was the
Well,
truth.
Jesus is the Word.
Yeah, so he wasn't even he's not God either. He's just
Well,
playing
first was
second
the
fiddle.
Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
But how could he be with something and something at the same time? It's frustrating, Mod, because you don't even you the logic when you're reading this stuff. It doesn't make sense for something to be with something and the thing at the same time.
But do you really expect how do you expect me to explain something that I mean, how I don't know I'm sure there's things about him that we'll never understand. I mean, you're just I just accept that, right? Because I don't think that I could know everything anyway. All these people that think they know everything, they're so sure of themselves. It's like, okay, well, don't make me bring the hand washing guy up again, because, ouch.
Yeah. Please don't bring
People are stupid.
Please don't bring the hand washing up again.
Or the fart chick. I'll bring the fart chick up again.
Oh, I like that story.
I have a dumb question. So the Messiah.
I didn't know you had dumb questions.
The Messiah that the Jews are waiting for, is that just going to be is that supposed to be just a human being, as opposed to the Christian Messiah, which is part of the Trinity?
Yeah, they don't think it's God. They think it's a representative of God.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Okay.
Because it says different
That's a big
places
difference. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, God is not a man, it says in the Bible. He's not a man that he should lie. It says different stuff like that. It makes a different point a lot of times to say that God is not a man. So that when people worship a man as God, it's kind of a bad thing. It's idolatry.
He was making the point that he doesn't lie like men, I think. But I could be wrong on that. I don't know.
I think he's making a point.
Actually.
I admittedly have a faith, guys. Surprise plot twist.
And that's what I'm attacking here. I'm attacking it full force because you say this all the time.
We're going after evolution on my next show then.
Now it's time for me to bring out the big guns, because you say all the time we all have faith. And if you're going to mean trust, I agree with you. But we can misplace our trust.
Right.
And Satan, if he is a thing like you think he is, he wants you to trust him too, right?
I assume. I mean, that would help him out.
Yeah. He would want you to listen to him and believe what he says and follow him and ultimately lead you away from God. That's his ultimate end game.
Right.
So how do we
I think you just answered your own question. How to tell the difference.
Now the question I have is how to tell the difference. Yes, it's how do we know when our faith is misplaced? How would we know if your faith in Jesus is misplaced, or our faith in evolution, like you say, or any of this stuff?
Well, if you have faith in the devil, he's going to take you away, right? So obviously you wouldn't be wanting to share the gospel. You wouldn't be trying to do, whatever. I don't know. I would imagine you're not,
Do you think we have faith in the devil?
Read the Bible. No.
Yeah, where
What do you-
are we required to have
I
faith
mean,
in the
what
devil?
idiot would do that?
What role do you think the devil plays in our lives as atheists?
He tricks you.
Probably none. I don't think any of us are that special. Like, for real.
So he's not tricking us through science.
I think that that's just people thinking they know it all, right? Like, just people trying to figure it out without saying thank you for anything, or I don't know exactly what every single person's that's involved in science's motives are, but I don't know, like, people lie, people twist things, people, there's some people out there that hate the Lord. They hate him and they want to take it. They want to stop it, So, I mean, I don't know, I think it's a lie myself, but I don't think it's a lie. I think they're wrong. That's what I think. I think it's wrong. That's just my opinion. I'm just some bitch on the internet. So
I'm not trying to make you like angry or defensive, Maud. I'm just, this stuff interests me. Like, I like theology. I liked it a lot when I was a Christian. I just don't believe it anymore. But it does, like, that part of my brain is still working. I'm always like, ooh, there's a puzzle. Ooh, there's some weird kink here that I need to work out. Like this knot that needs to be unraveled. And so this stuff just interests me. I don't believe it. It's like Star Wars fanfic or something for me. But
that's why I like talking to you, because you're not like, you take it lightheartedly. You're not like trying to gut me and take me down and destroy my, sometimes you're trying to get in there and, steal my hope, but it doesn't scare me that much because you're like, you're not hateful about it. So we're good.
I'm just like,
you lovingly try to steal all her hope and joy from her life.
yeah,
right.
That's how Satan works. He
Just
steals
once
from
in
you
a while.
lovingly. Yeah.
No, Satan doesn't have any love at all. Like, I don't know. He's a crybaby for sure.
You ever heard of
He's
the
really, really feminine?
What's that book? You guys probably know here, where Satan's the good guy. Something.
Oh, Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost. Have you ever heard of that book?
Oh,
Paradise Lost. Yeah.
I have it on audiobook.
Like, Maud, you should audiobook that because it would blow your mind. It's a trippy story.
Well, I think Transformers is the same way. Good guy,
Yeah, they're right on par with each other. Yep.
right. Yeah, seriously, think about it. Like,
That influenced Milton.
Yeah, Milton and Shia LaBeouf. They're the same in my book.
What other stories are like that?
Actually,
Star Wars.
There is a similarity. I see the similarity because
Any of them stuck on Earth?
You can't forget The Lightbringer by Dan Green either. That was a good one. I never read.
Exploratory Scene. The Lightbringer.
That's
by
just
Dan
like
Green.
Pinky and the
I don't know if I
Brain.
read that one.
Pinky in the Brain, like Pinky was the genius because he was happy.
My wife laughs at that, and I tell her I actually give you credit. Like, that's such a deep insight into Pinky in the Brain that it looks stupid on its face. But I'm like, this is that
thing we do every day.
It's that
thin
thin.
the world.
It's the thin line between genius and like crazy.
Right. Think about it. He just wanted to make his friend happy. He's like, yeah, man, we'll do whatever you want to do. Brain was miserable, just trying to get out of there. Never going to happen.
Pinky is the genius and Brain's the insane one.
Exactly. Right?
That's funny. It's deep.
I figured that out on my own too, but I heard there's a theory out there. Logan told me there's a theory out there. Somebody already thought of it.
Yeah, it's been out there.
Yeah.
I think you cracked the code on that one, though.
Thank you. I did. Phantom. Jeez.
But remember to start with episode 4 when you watch Star Wars, Maud.
That's funny.
Got it. I got it. Episode 4.
I concur. Actually, I suggest you watch Rogue One, then episode 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
And then get a lighter fluid for 7, 8, 9.
I liked 8.
Oh, one was
think
horrible.
I think 8 was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Why is 7 scared of 8?
7, 8, 9.
I'm scared of 7. Damn it.
6 is scared of 7.
One had the worst kid of all time. Is Vader.
Yeah.
You guys want to see a real documentary about the future? Some prophecy?
Yeah.
Idiocracy.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Check it out. I mean, that's real. That is real.
I only learned of that movie like 5 years ago.
I liked that movie before it was cool to like that movie. Now everyone thinks it's cool, and I'm like, nope, it's a stupid movie now.
It's stupid. When cool was cool, now cool is not cool.
Exactly.
Oh, when we start drinking out of the toilets, that's when you know it's about to end. No, Brondo. Have you seen that, Big Bad Mama? Do you know what Brondo is?
It's a long time ago. I saw Idiocracy.
They were feeding all the plants and everything Brondo, some kind of like energy Mountain Dew drink, you know? And some guy was like, some idiot was like, hey, just put water on it. Like, they're like toilet water. They hadn't drank water in 10 years, 100 years, something like that. That's our future, guys. Giant Costco's and Brondo. It's got electrolytes.
Yeah.
Deconverted man.
Thanks, science, for that.
Science. Oh.
I got a question, Maud. Would you rather live in the height of religious eras or the height of science like now?
You think this is the height of science?
Now. Yes, of course it is.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's disappointing.
Well, what's the height of science? Now you got me intrigued.
I don't know. After now.
Well, I'm just going to now because this is all we can go to.
Would you rather be in 1400s Europe or right now in America, in the U.S.?
Right now, like, you know, right now, I would be stoned to death if we were going by, you know, the Bible's rules.
So you like science? That's what you're saying.
They weren't
welcome to science.
They weren't stoning people in the 1400s, Missing Mod. You would have been burned at stake.
Yep.
I said, oh, okay, yeah. See, no.
Yeah.
For talking.
We're fed to the lions or something too, right? For talking, oh crap.
What is this woman talking in public for?
Oof. Yeah, no.
No, literally, you would get burned at the stake if you didn't think the bread was not the body of Christ or something like that.
As some Catholics. Oh, sorry.
The Protestants were much better when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, no, they when they got in the 1400s, that was like when the Protestants were starting to, it was going back and forth. But whoever was in power was burning the other side down or at the stake.
I actually have the Hammer of Witches, the book.
There we go. Star Trek timeline BS. That's the height of science.
Well, I'd probably want to live then too if we're doing sci-fi as an option.
I mean, we should at least be able to let me just keep that in my head.
No. Say it.
Oh, no.
Say it.
Because they are pretty much doing that, like with the VR headsets and stuff. But I mean, that'd be cool if you could, like, you know, really
do the holodeck thing.
Mod lives in 70 AD. I do live in 70 AD.
What were you gonna say?
You know, like if you could interact in you know, I guess you kind of can, but you can't like touch stuff.
Is this what you're talking about, Mom?
Are you talking about sex robots?
Sex with robots? Is that what you're talking about?
No, they already do that. No. Ew.
I don't think we have sex robots yet.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, well.
We do. I'll send you
you're way behind the times.
I guess so.
I've had a sex robot for 10 years now.
No.
Wow.
That's you. I thought you said that was a homunculus.
Yeah, exactly.
No. A little mini Big Bad Mama? Oh. That would actually be adorable. A little B.S. Lewis, too. We could just have like a whole set. The mod show cast.
Why are you getting B.S. Lewis and Big Bad Mama sex robots? That's like weird.
No. I meant like little homunculuses. What the hell? Yeah, I kind of did say that, didn't I? Shit. My bad. I didn't mean to.
You want us as your homunculi, I think.
No. No, I just meant like a little miniature of you guys would be cute.
Ah, little fan 2D2.
Kick them around, you know.
Hey, since we're talking about sex robots and stuff, I have the perfect video again. And it's my show. You have to watch my crap on my show, so hold on.
Wait, I thought this was my show.
No.
Oh.
Not your show. Here we go.
So you picked this cool background all by yourself?
Yeah, I thought it looked like turds.
No. It looks like gold.
All right, you guys ready for this awesome Frank Turek thing? Here we go. Play. This video is my free gift to you. Like and subscribe. Cancel all your other subscriptions and only watch my video.
Thus saith the
Getting down.
When the Bible says you're made in his image, it doesn't mean you look like God because God is an immaterial being. It means you're a person like God, that you have mind, emotion, and will, that you feel and you want, you have desire. Think about that.
Is that an actual fun? Did you have this
Regardless of what sort of attractions you might have, we're nothing but moist robots. No procreation. Moist. Moist, no procreation. Moist robots. Say moist robots. Moist robot. Moist robot. Say moist robots. Moist. Say moist robots. Moist robots.
What the hell?
Do not Google moist sex. Robots. We're no different than Coke cans fizzing. You eat chocolate when you're having sex? Moist.
You know,
Moist robots. Say moist robots. Say moist robots. Sex at work. Say moist robots. Say moist robots. The religion of sex is a religion of moist robots. Robot. Okay, we're just moist robots. Could be a molecular machine. We're just moist robots. Robot. Okay, we're just moist robots. There's no such thing as a lesbian. There's no such thing as a bisexual person. There's no such thing as a gay person or even a heterosexual person because we're just moist robots.
Yeah, so there we go.
Groundbreaking.
It was on topic though, right?
Yeah,
Totally.
it was pretty much on topic.
Totally
Thanks,
on
Phantom.
Oh yeah, no, that's still on there. That's still up there.
Oh man, I was like, "What? You took it down? What happened?"
No, I wouldn't take that one down.
Oh
Well, yeah. If anybody has any funny ones to share,
no, I'm not taking that on. Please no. Most of these guys probably haven't even ventured over there and seen. Oh my gosh, just delete them.
A lot of people found out about Missing Maud through my first video about her called Hovendite Stalker.
that was her grand debut, huh?
Right, Maud?
Kind of, yeah. Him and Robert Beatty. Robert Beatty shared me on the Facebook page, the Ken Hoven's Worst Nightmare Facebook page, and I got a bunch of people over from that too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you like the atheists.
Yeah. Yep. I did.
Yeah, we're way
I can't
better than
remember
Christians.
like what me. What?
So we're way better than Christians, right?
Oh. You know, you guys can go back and watch me in Proverbs, guys, tonight. Yeah. Oh my God, fighting about Taco Show. He was trying
I
to
tuned in and you guys were talking about me and I just couldn't watch it anymore. It's like, oh,
Why?
God.
We were talking good. We were talking good about you.
Oh,
Yes.
Were you on?
We were
You were
talking
on. You were on PGs tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I was over there for a little bit, and I ran Steven off because he was like trying to tell me to tell Tacos he was challenging him to a debate and all this, and it's like,
what?
Like, he's never gonna go to. He was like, we'll go to Standing for Truth, and I'm like, no, I'm trying to tell you, like, Tacos is like they're having a blast over there. I think Kent would definitely go on there. You know, it's like that type of vibe where you just go on and like chill out. It's not like
Kent
Tacos
would not
is
go on
taking.
there.
No, yeah,
Yes,
Kent
he
would.
would.
He would.
No, it's too unpredictable.
Yeah.
They get him off his script too easily. He would never go on there. And Stephen Bolin won't go on there either.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what Steven literally took off. He's like, nope, I'm not listening to that. And I'm like, what the hell are you guys so scared of? You know, like, what do you think people are coming here to be criticized by you? Like, no, no, just be nice and go, argue with these guys.
I mean, Bubblegum goes on there.
Exactly. I had C Science in the chat today. He was lighting them up. So that was cool. But
C Science put out a video the other day.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I guess Lucy's being put on display in some museum, and
she still got the baboon bone.
Yeah, still's got the baboon bone.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know.
don't even know.
I don't really care.
What does he say?
What does who say?
C Science. Like, what is this whole thing? Like,
so a baboon bone was found as part of Lucy's skeleton, and scientists found out it was a single baboon bone. I don't know if it's a vertebrae or what, but
I think it was.
They acknowledged it, and they said that, yeah, this bone is not the Australopithecus africanus, I think it is. So C Science has glommed onto this one fact to say that all the fossils that have been found from Homo erectus and, Homo habilis and all these are fake because they found the one baboon bone as part of Lucy's skeleton.
Were they trying to pass it off as a part of it or something?
Well, they didn't know at first. It took them a while to find out that it was a baboon bone. They went and did, studies of the bones and, found out it shouldn't be there. So, like a good scientist, they corrected their work.
Yeah. I don't know. See, I've been asking, but I don't know. We don't talk that often. C Science is on the internet for a little bit and then he leaves, and he's just in and out. So I haven't really got to talk to him much.
Did you read that paper he wrote, BBM?
Yeah. Remember, I had all sorts of criticisms of it, and
yeah, I thought that I remembered you reading that paper.
He wrote these like massive messages back to me that were just hard to read. But yeah, he wrote a paper to get published in. Was it a paleoanthropology publication?
I think he submitted it to.
And it was basically saying what I just said, that all the skeletons could be faked and they need to reevaluate them all. And so they rejected his paper. And so immediately he said that, since his paper was rejected, that all the scientists were anti-creationist and were holding back creationism, creation, quote, science.
Yeah,
sure did, JM.
But isn't he just like a guy, like just trying to put it, that's pretty cool of him to write a paper and submit it. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was impressive that he.
That was cool, but I mean, he should just suck it up when he gets rejected. It's because his science wasn't sound. It's not because there was this conspiracy against creationists.
No, you're wrong, BBM.
I don't believe that.
I'm wrong. $500.
Yeah. I'm cheap. I do it for like whatever, $25, whatever the charge mods selling your farts for.
$1,200 a jar.
How much?
$1,200. Really?
$1,200? No, that's a joke. It's some other chick online sells her farts for $1,200 a jar.
That's still my favorite joke I'm telling around the internet. I'm saying that I'm buying your farts because I can't afford Amaranth's farts. Said nobody got money for that, so I just go to Mod to get my farts.
9,000. I could potentially pay you the $1 or the $2, but not the 9.
Well, then you really don't, or do you?
Mrs. Tux will not approve anything more.
Tell her it's an investment in her future.
Yes, that's what I'll tell her.
Whoa. I'm selling my bathwater, Spooky
Oh,
says.
Wow. What is there?
We got a DBZ reference.
Wonder what I could sell.
Just fart in the air, like, like you're supposed to bottle that shit, dude. You can't just let it go free range.
No. Not me.
You're just letting the gold go.
I feel like I could sell the 12-year-old me.
What?
Probably. I mean, I know a guy. Oh.
You could make a
Sorry.
sex robot that farts.
I interrupted too soon.
Oh. Backfires more like
Yum.
ew. Ew.
Moist.
Like that word doesn't bother me. I don't know why you guys say that one, but what is so wrong?
Blame
What the
Frank
hell?
Turek. Frank Turek made it up.
Oh.
It's one of your guys. That's my other thing I told my wife all the time now. I just like whenever a Christian acts naughty, I'm like, that's one of yours. That's one of yours.
20 years.
She's like, that's not one of mine. 3 hours and 45.
That's funny.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I should have been more specific.
I keep
Thanks for
watching.
having me on. Yes, appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I got you in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a good time. So I guess like to wrap it up, the whole theme before we talked about farts and evolution was spiritual narcissism. If anybody has any last thoughts on that topic, that'd be cool. We can wrap it up with that.
Just listen to me. I know everything.
Okay.
Believe.
I'm
Believe on
sold.
evolution.
Done.
Oh, my bad. Okay, good. That
That's
was
fixed.
easy.
I
It's
think
fixed.
that
We
was
now can tell the difference between Antichrist and regular Christ.
Right.
Fixed.
And it doesn't even matter because you
We
don't
listen
even
to
believe
Missing
it.
Mod. I listen to Missing Mod. God.
Yeah. Right.
Just don't
Just tell
believe
them
the-
that. I mean,
don't believe the first Jesus that comes along.
right.
Could be Satan.
Right.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right. Well, I'm going to get out of here then so BS can do his thing.
I don't do any fancy outro. So anyway,
That's lame.
yeah, I know it's lame. That's how I roll. All right, everybody.
Even like
All right,
you guys.
audience at home. It's been fun. I'll see you around the interwebs.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.